What's going on YouTube? Gary here, gzduels, here to bring you guys the segment I like to call Hidden Trumps, and it's going to be episode 2 this time. And this time I'm going to talk about Crimson Blader in conjunction with one more card, which is called the Strongest Shield, but I'll go into their effects soon. First of all, for Crimson Blader, it is a level 8 Synchro Monster Fire Warrior with attack of 2800 and a defense of 2600. Its summoning condition is generic, so you require one tuner and one or more non-tuner monsters. And its effect reads, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, your opponent cannot normal or special summon any level 5 or higher monsters during their next turn. Okay, why is Crimson Blader good? Why am I talking about this as a hidden trump? What does it remind you guys of? It reminds everyone of Evil Swarm Ophion. Evil Swarm Ophion has that continuous effect where level 5 or higher monsters cannot be special summoned. Neither player can do that. But it does not prevent normal summoning of level 5 or higher monsters. And, it's neither player. So there are some minor drawbacks for Ophion. So why is Crimson Blader more relevant? I like Crimson Blader over Ophion because, first of all, of its summoning condition. Ophion is limited to only Evil Swarm decks, where it requires 2 level 4 Evil Swarm monsters to get out Ophion. Whereas, Crimson Blader is a generic Synchro Monster. As long as you can go for level 8 Synchro Monsters, you can get access to Crimson Blader. Also, Ophion's attack is actually quite low. Some people might say, it's 2550. It's good. It can be a target for both of the viruses. It can beat over things like Utopia or Xian. But is it high enough? Is it high enough against cards like, Garunix? Is it high enough against cards like Light Pulsar Dragon? Is it high enough against things like Abyss Lead? No. But Crimson Blader is 2800. It's 100 over Garunix. It's even 100 over Grapha if there's no gates. And Hyperion, that's one more, and also Abyss Lead. So its buffed up stats is going to have an edge over Ophion. Also, Ophion prevents special summoning of level 5 or higher monsters for both players. So if you're playing something like something other than Evil Swarm, somehow you have these Evil Swarm in your deck, you're not going to be able to special summon level 5 or higher monsters. It actually limits your options a little bit too. And also, it's a dragon type, whereas Crimson Blader is a warrior type. Why is warrior significant? Because of this equip card that's going to come out in the next set. This equip card reads, equip only to a warrior type monster, Crimson Blader. Apply one of these effects depending on its battle position. In the attack position, it gains attack equal to its defense. In the defense position, it gains defense equal to its attack. Now, if you take a look at Crimson Blader's stats, it has 2800 attack, that's pretty good. It also has 2600 original defense. So if you equip something like the Strongest Shield, your Crimson Blader in attack position can gain up to 5400 attack. Yes. What can it not beat over? It can even beat over a FGD, 5-God Dragon, if somehow your opponent has that. Crimson Blader with the Strongest Shield can actually be quite a challenging obstacle for your opponent. Okay, now let me talk about what Crimson Blader can stop, as well as, what Ophion can stop, but Crimson Blader can also stop as well. It can stop these elemental dragons that are going to be extremely popular once they come out. These elemental dragons, their good side is they're searchable. They have a lot of unity with different attributes. They can go for Dragosack. And if you have Crimson Blader, not only can you attack over these dragons themselves with the help of Strongest Shield, you can even attack over Blaster, which is 2800 on its own. You can stop them from special summoning. What's good about Crimson Blader is this. When you attack over your opponent's monster, the next turn your opponent cannot special summon level 5 or higher monsters, right? So what are they going to left to do? They have two options. They can normal summon or set a low level monster, but that would allow you to attack over it again with Crimson Blader. So they're locked down for another turn. Or they're most likely not going to summon any monster at all, leaving their field wide open, which means you can potentially go for a 2800 or maybe 5400 direct attack to the face. Yes, your opponent's pretty stuck. Okay, so yeah, Tempest Dragons, elemental dragons get stopped, as well as, Fire Kings. Not only can Crimson Blader on its own attack over Garunix, Garunix can come back with its effect as well with Grapha. You know, if your opponent leaves something like a tour guide on the field, or leaves something like a trans archfiend after they special summoned after discarding Grapha, you can attack over that, and your opponent basically can't special summon Grapha the next turn. Or if your opponent plays Prophecies, like High Priestess, first turn they might leave something like Spellbook Magician of Prophecy on the field. You just attack over it, and they can't special summon that High Priestess next turn. For agents, of course, you're going to have like these Agent of Mystery, Agent of Creation that you can just beat over. For Chaos Dragons, you know, you're going to have these Light Swarm monsters you can beat over, and they can't special summon things like Judgment Dragon. They can't special summon things like Light Pulsar Dragon. Now for Mermails can be really good too. When they have Abyss Lind, if you attack over Abyss Lind with Crimson Blader, that's fine. Let Abyss Lind's effect resolve, because it will. And even if they special summon something like Abyss Lead, it's going to be useless. Next turn, they can't special summon another level 7 or higher, level 7 Mermail monster, because, you know, your effect locks them down. So they're just going to have an Abyss Lead, which you can then attack over and lock them down for another turn. So, you know, it really hurts Mermails. And for, you know, not mono Mermails, when they play a Gen X Undyne build, then you can also destroy their Undyne, because first turn, Mermail players are likely just leave an Undyne on the field, get their pluses, and they basically cry when you special summon something like Crimson Blader. Yeah, so I guess that's all I really wanted to talk about this card, and in conjunction with the Strongest Shield. I can see it being pretty troll in most decks, especially, you know, even in Samurai decks. If you play something like Xian, you can play the Strongest Shield on Xian, and your Xian can actually be pretty strong. Yeah, so other than that, I guess that's all I wanted to say about this card, which is Crimson Blader. I highly recommend you guys, you know, check it out. Its price is really low. It's like $2. If you pick it up now, once it becomes rare, once it becomes, you know, non-reprinted, then it's going to rise in price. And it's really easily attainable because it's only a rare card in the Cosmoblazer set. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this segment. Tell me what you guys think about this card. Drop a comment. Tell me what decks you think it can also be really good against. And I'll catch you guys later. This is gzduel, Gary, signing out.